Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Good night, sir. Good night, sir.
All is well? Everybody's good?
Good
Everybody's
night, good
okay?
night.
Everybody's okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, blessings. All right, some of you guys would have gotten back an email response from me in regards to what you submitted. Let me check. I think I have the paper with me. I left the paper. I think I left the paper. I left the paper at school. I wanted to give congratulations to the persons who passed the test. I had about 4 of you guys passing. And let me see if I can remember off the top of my head. I know that Stacy, good job. Expected a bit more on this time, but we spoke and we understand what happened. So you made the pass mark, so that's good. Liana, you also did good. Drop below your standard, but that's good same way. And I think Claude McKay, I think he did well also, if I remember correctly. I think so. And there was another person that did well as well. I just mentioned Stacy, right? I think I just did. And for the others that didn't make it, you didn't make the pass mark, please don't feel disheartened. It's just a part of the process. You have to fail before you can become successful at anything that you do. It's just a matter of finding out where you went wrong. Like I told my students, it's just finding out where you went wrong, and this is going to be consistent. You're going to continue to fall short of your target as you get closer and closer to the exam, because the topics are getting tougher and tougher, and you're required to do a bit more and more. So don't feel disheartened. Just pick up the slack, find out where you went wrong. I have sent you a message in the chat. I pinned the link to the solution video, and I pinned a message with it as well. So upon whenever you get your free time, whenever that is, ensure that you have your own paper in your hand, so you can look from your paper and look at the video while it's being discussed, and then you can see where you went wrong. And that's just how you learn. It's just a part of the process. Remember that nobody in here are mathematicians or great at maths. We're all here to learn, and we're all here to improve. So I saw a lot of effort in a lot of person's paper, but it just come short. Made some mistakes here, some sign mistake, misinterpretation, that kind of thing. It happened to the best of us. All right, so just pick up the slack and just move forward. All right, I'd still like to get your opinion still on what you thought about the test. Was it challenging? Was it challenging to the point where you're saying to yourself like, nah, I don't think we can do this? Go ahead. I'd love to hear some opinions, some inputs. Stacey, what is your thoughts?
Sir, the test, no, it wasn't challenging at all for me. But as we had discussed, my challenges that I face, which you see the results.
Yeah. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was just like, it's just kind of saying to me that where you were last term is exactly where you are this term. So you haven't dropped, which is better than, you haven't shown that you've improved, even though you may have, but you haven't dropped, which is good. So still have to applaud yourself for that.
Okay.
Claude, who said yes? Oh, Claude, you want to share your thoughts? Because I think you did okay as well. Did you face any challenge?
Yeah, it was quite challenging, and it took a while to understand it really. Especially with the tax part, that was probably the most complicated part.
For you. Okay, the worded questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Kavan, you came close. You needed 5 more points. just 5 more points to meet the mark. What are your thoughts?
Sir, to be honest, while doing it, sir, I thought I knew what to do, sir, but in the end, it wasn't, so not too sure.
Wasn't Yeah, you made a couple of, as I said, just 5 mark shots. All you wanted was just 5 more points somewhere, and you would have gotten it right. Latisha, what are your thoughts?
Yes, sir. I thought that I would do better on this test, sir. But I had a lot of problem with the wording part of the questions, and then the rest of the questions. When I see the paper, most of the questions they just get mixed up.
Okay.
I thought I would do better on this one.
So for you, it was just the worded questions.
The worded questions. I have a lot of problem with the worded questions.
All right. We're going to have to work on that. Remember, so we have our classes them, so we're going to work on it because I know that's where the problem is.
Yes.
So yeah, Shireen, you want to? Shireen, were you able to participate? I know you didn't submit because of work, but were you able to participate in it or not?
Yes, sir, I did.
What are your thoughts? I'd just like to hear your thoughts.
My challenges was actually the worded questions.
Again, okay. Just really just the worded questions.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're just going to take one more person. Because we don't want. We have to move on. Go ahead. Who is that?
What is the pass mark?
50%. For this one, it was 50%.
Okay.
Okay. Isis, you want to share your thoughts? Shanika, you want to share your thoughts? What was your thoughts about it? Like, what was it? What was it about it? Where on the paper it is that really made you fall short?
I think
Shan?
it was a question, sir.
Go ahead.
I think it was a worded question. I misinterpreted most of them.
A couple of them.
Yes.
All right. So it seems as if right across the board, everybody seems to have the same problem, and it's the worded questions. And a lot of the questions on the CSEC paper, they're worded. A lot of the questions, they are worded. So we're going to have to work on that throughout the course of the year. Little by little, we're going to get better and better. Right? Along with these solution videos that you're getting, we're going to get better. All right? But we can't cry over spilled milk, ladies and gentlemen. We have to just pick up the slack and we have to move on. We have to move on. We can't, with time, you're going to get better. All right? And we have to keep it positive. Always. We always have to keep it positive. We have to still believe that we're going to make it. We're going to still believe that that we are going to be ready. Right? We're going to be ready. All right? So put that aside. That's out of the way. We have our solutions available. So you just watch it on your own time. All right. So tonight we're going to be moving on. We have to move on, guys. Get me up to speed again. Because we haven't taught like a class in a while. So get me up to speed. I think today's Tuesday. So what do we normally do on Tuesday? All right, so obviously, what did we do last week Tuesday then? What was the last lesson that we got last week Tuesday?
Consumer.
Consumer. Okay, where did we stop on consumer? Did we stop at commission, sales tax? What was it?
Sales tax.
Sales tax. Okay. So that means that we're supposed to go to higher purchase. I need to get rid of this topic. But we're going to go to... Did we do higher purchase? I think we did, right? Or we didn't? We didn't do higher purchase.
No, sir.
Did we do profit and loss?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. And we never do discount neither, right?
No, sir.
Very good. So sales tax. So that means that we need to do discount tonight. So tonight we're hoping that we can complete discount. We can do profit and loss potentially. and maybe we can touch higher purchase. But we're not going to rush it. Let's see what the class has to offer. Okay. All right, guys. So head up for me. Let's get higher purchase out of the way from now. Okay. All right, so head up for me, guys. Higher purchase. All right, ladies and gentlemen, higher purchase. All right, anybody has any idea, in your own opinion, what is higher purchase? Anyone has any idea about what is higher purchase in your own words? What when you hear the word higher purchase, what comes to your mind?
Courts.
Courts. Okay.
Mhm. You take out something, so on long term, and
On long term.
since it's long term, you end up paying more money.
You end up paying a little bit more, right? Correct.
A lot.
How do you acquire this item? What is it? What is the process of acquiring this item?
Oh, just
Not sure.
no, not sure. You
Not
make
sure.
an agreement to pay higher taxes on
All
it.
right. So something like that. Something like that.
You make an agreement to pay for it over a period of time, like a yearly or
2
years,
years, 3 years.
3
Yeah.
years
How is the
payment.
payment made? How is the payment made throughout the year?
Monthly, weekly,
Monthly or
a
weekly? Okay.
weekly payment plan.
How do you first acquire the item? Like, let's say you're going to courts and you see a nice, beautiful refrigerator that you want, right? What is it that you usually have to do to get it?
Make a down payment.
You make a down payment, and that is what we call deposit. And after you make that down payment, you're then going to do what? You're going to pay some monthly installments, the same amount of money every month, right?
Yes.
All right. And then until that period that you've signed up for, the contract is over, then the item is not yours until the item is completely paid for. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
That makes sense. All right. Let's put it into perspective then. All right. So for let's write this down for me, guys. Hire purchase is a contractual agreement. Hire purchase is a contractual agreement.
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt, but somebody wants to be let into class.
Okay, thank you. You're not interrupting, man. That's fine. All right, so let's go. So hire purchase is a contractual agreement between a customer. It's a contractual agreement between a customer and a company. Between a customer and a company. Where a particular good or service, where a particular good or service, where a particular good or service
Excuse me, sir.
can
Can
be
you repeat, sir?
from
From
where?
a customer and a company.
A customer and a company. What did I say? A customer and a company. Somebody can tell me, Mr. Come here, read out of my head.
Between a customer and a company where a particular goods or service, that's
Right.
right.
Thank you, Stacy. Where a particular good or service can be acquired. where a particular good or service can be acquired. By making a deposit, followed by equal monthly installments, over a given period of time. By making equal monthly installments over a given period of time. So there is basically like a formula, I guess you can say, want to call it that. So it would have been that HP, hold on, give me a sec. HP hire purchase is equal to deposit plus installment, INST, multiplied by time. The time has to be in months, ladies and gentlemen. So the time has to be in months, which means that if you're given a question that mentions something about a year, 2 years, 3 years, you have to convert the years to months. The installment is how much you're required to pay each month, and the deposit is the amount that you start, or that's the amount that you pay down on the item to acquire the item. So if you're looking for a formula, this is what we're looking for.
Sir, that's deposit plus what?
Installment, INST, times
Okay.
time. Now, there are some other things that you need to bear in mind when it comes to hire purchase. There is something known as interest. And there's also something called outstanding balance. We need to know what these are, and we also need to know how to calculate them in the event that it pops up in a question. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the interest is the amount, or it is the extra amount that you have paid to the company after the period has ended. So basically then the interest is going to be the difference between the cash price. Sorry, the interest is going to be the difference between the higher purchase price and the cash price. In other words then, it is the difference between how much you actually paid after the period and the amount that you would have paid had you just bought it cash. Does that make sense? Guys, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So your interest is going to be the difference between...
Yes, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Oh, you were just saying yes. Okay. So the interest is going to be the difference between the price that you walked into the store and saw on the item and the amount that you've paid after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or whatever the amount is. That's where you find the interest. Now, the next thing that we want to also look at is what is known as the outstanding balance. Now, the best way I can explain what is known as the outstanding balance is, use this as an example. Let's say that you bought a cup. Just using something simple. Let's say you bought a cup. Or let's say that the cash price of a cup is $1,000. and you didn't have the $1,000 to buy the cup, but them say you can pay down $100 on the cup, what would be your outstanding balance?
900
900, correct. How did you get that 900?
minus
What is it that you did?
minus the 100 from the 1,000.
So the 1,000 is called what?
The price, the correct cash price or something.
Very good, very good. The cash price. And what is the $100 called?
Deposit.
Very good, very good. So do you have a formula for it? So your outstanding balance is going to be the cash price minus your deposit. So please bear these two words in mind because you're going to pop up intermittently whenever you get certain questions. Okay? Let us kickstart the topic with a simple question to get us started. Okay? Take this question down for me, guys. A dining room set. A dining room set.
Sir, someone wants to come in.
All right, so a dining room set has a cash price of a dining room set has a cash price of $12,000. Guys, keep your mics on mute, please. A dining room set has a cash price of $12,000. It can, however, be bought on a hire purchase deal. It can, however, be bought on a hire purchase deal by making a deposit of $3,500. By making a deposit of $3,500. And 1.5 year of equal monthly installments and 1.5 year of equal monthly installments of $1,500. Of $1,500. Calculate the following. Calculate the following. 1, the higher purchase price. Leave about 2 lines or so for the solution. 2, the interest that was charged on the dining room set. The interest that was charged on the dining room set. 3. What was the outstanding balance? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Express the interest. Number 3, guys. Express the interest. Express the interest as a percentage of the outstanding balance. Express the interest as a percentage of the outstanding balance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into that. So we pretty much have the formulas on screen. So we're going to walk you through this. Okay. So we're looking at purchasing a dining room set, which has a cash price of $12,000. Apparently, the customer doesn't have the $12,000 cash. So they opt for the option of taking out that dining room set on hire purchase by making a deposit of $3,500. So we can kickstart by using the golden rule and to say HP is equal to DP plus INST times time. So therefore the HP is equal to the deposit, which is 3,500, plus we are told that the installment monthly is 1,500. And here's the trick, or here's the catch. You might be tempted to put 1.5 because you say 1.5 year. But your installment is not done on a yearly basis or a 1.5 yearly basis. It's done on a monthly basis. So your task is to convert that 1.5 year into months. So therefore, what we're looking at here is that 12 months make 1 year and 6 months make a half of a year. Therefore, that's going to be 12 months plus a half of a year is 6 months. So that's 18 months. If we are successful and we are confident in what we've written down, then what you have to do here is follow the rule of PEMDAS. Remember that you cannot add before you multiply. So if the temptation is to add 3,500 to 1,500 and then multiply it by 18, you're going to take an incorrect approach. So you're going to have to write down back your deposit, which is 3,500, and you're going to multiply 1,500 times 18. Could you multiply that for me, please?
Yes, sir. Someone wants to be let in.
27,000.
27,000?
Yes, sir.
Okay, somebody just said somebody wants to be let in?
Yes, sir.
Remember, guys, please keep your mic on mute. Remember, you have background noises. All right, and then we go ahead now and we add 3,500 to 27,000, and we're going to end up with 30,500. And that is your hire purchase price. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Number 2. We want to find the interest. So right now you're seeing the interest formula on the screen, but when you're in the exam, you won't see it. So the interest is equal to the hire purchase price minus the cash price. So it is the so interest is equal to HP minus CP. The higher purchase price is what we just calculated, 30,500, and the cash price was the 12,000. So Stacy was right when you said that once you take out anything on higher purchase, you're going to end up paying more. Some persons have the theory that it is double. Some say triple. Some say you just end up paying more. I just say you end up paying more. It's not necessarily double. There are other factors that will play a role in whether you pay double. Right? The true fact is, the longer you take out the item for, is the more interest you will pay. It's as simple as that. So if you take it out for 4 year, because you cannot afford the monthly payments, then you're going to end up paying more interest. It just looks as if you're paying less, but you're actually paying more. So the longer you take it out for, is the smaller your monthly payments will appear to be, but it's the higher your interest is going to become. Because you have the item longer time taking it out. Especially if you miss a payment, they're going to add interest on it. Okay? So what's my answer here? Is it 18,500? Can we confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is your interest. All right, assuming that everybody is clear. Next question says that we should express the interest.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You said, excuse me. Go ahead. You said, go ahead. You said, excuse me.
Hello?
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
I wasn't at class Tuesday, last week Tuesday. You did post the session on YouTube yet?
No.
Oh,
Because I was busy. I was busy making the video for the solution people.
Cause me actually confused now. Cause me not much longer in the class, so me don't know where you are talking.
Yeah, but this has nothing to do with Tuesday's class.
Oh.
Everybody here is just learning this for the first time. All right, next. Express the interest that was charged as a percentage of the outstanding balance. Now we need to calculate the outstanding balance. So first we need the outstanding balance. The outstanding balance is equal to, as we said, it's going to be equal to your we said it, let's scroll up here. It said it's the cash price minus the deposit, right? So it's the cash price minus the DP. So your cash price was 12,000 and you made a payment of 3,500. So therefore then, the outstanding balance is equal to 8,500. Can you confirm?
Yes, sir.
8,500. So therefore then, we need to take the interest, which is 18,500, and express it as a percentage of the outstanding balance. So the 18,500 will be divided by the 8,500, and as a percentage, you times it by 100. Go ahead.
$217.64.
How much?
217.64.
So 217.64%. So approximately 218%.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Where we get the 8,500 from?
That's the outstanding balance.
Come. Really?
Stacy, you got it?
No, I'm kind of lost now.
Look at the bottom where we said outstanding balance. Remember, we just discussed the formula for outstanding balance.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the one that said that the outstanding balance is your deposit minus the cash price.
Mm-hmm.
We were discussing the cup having $1,000 cost, and I paid on 100, and you said it was 900, and I said, how you got that? And you said that you take away the deposit from the cash.
Right.
So from this question, then the $8,500 is going to be the $12,000. Pardon me. It's the $12,000. So the $12,000 is the cash price.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3,500 is the deposit.
Mm-hmm.
So you subtract them and get 8,500.
Oh, okay. I got you now. Sorry. Okay.
So that is your outstanding balance.
Okay.
So we are then expressing the interest, because interest is 18,500 as a percentage compared to your outstanding balance. And we got 218%. Okay? Anybody has any questions? Is everyone clear? Before we move on to a second example. Is everyone clear? Are there any questions, ladies and gentlemen? No question? All right, your time. Your time. Here's your question, guys. The marked price of a freezer, so the marked price of a freezer is $3,000. Full stop. There is a discount of 15% for cash payment. There is a discount of 15% for cash payment. Full stop. The freezer can, however, be obtained. The freezer can, however, be obtained on hire purchase by making a deposit of by making a deposit of 20%, and 15 months of equal monthly installments, and 15 months of equal monthly installments of $159.50. Calculate the following. Part A, the cash price. Part A, the cash price. Part B, the higher purchase price. Part B, the higher purchase price. Part C, the interest that was charged. The interest that was charged. Part 4, final part. Part 4, express the interest. Express the interest as a percentage of the marked price. Express the interest as a percentage of the marked price. All right, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to try, maybe 5-10 minutes to try. And then I need some volunteers for each question, not one person to work all four, one person to share your point of view. What do you think? It's okay if you try it and you don't get it right, at least you know how to do it the next time. Okay, so I'll give you 5 or so minutes to run through those. All right, go ahead, guys. All right, are you guys surviving? Anybody? Anybody lean up sideways? What's happening? What's going on? Talk to me.
Sir, I had to step out, so I didn't get the full question.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh, so I'll see it when everybody working it.
Okay.
Okay. You can answer the first one now.
Sure you can.
Oh,
So,
and by the way, remember that me enter late, so me never, so me just
yeah.
guess what I'm supposed to do, because I really know what to do.
That's okay, love. That's okay. Go ahead. Let us hear your thoughts.
All right. So the cash price, price. 3,000 times 15 over 100.
Very good. 3,000 multiplied by 15 over 100.
Right. And I got 450. But then I subtract 450 from 300 and got 2,550. So my
Then what
answer
if you did?
is, huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, so I said that I subtracted 450 from $3,000 and I got 2,550.
Then what if you did join the class earlier?
Repeat?
Correct. Of course, it's correct. It is absolutely correct. So the cash price is going to be less than the mark price because if the person decides to pay cash, you're going to get a discount. Good job. The voice is unfamiliar. Run it by me again. What's the name?
Roxanne.
Oh, I know Roxanne, man. All right. Anybody wish to take on number 2?
Me, sir.
Me.
That's one like Stacy. Was that Stacy?
Shanika.
Shanika. All right, Shanika, go ahead.
Right, so HP is
HP.
deposit plus installment times 15.
Times time. Okay. All right. I appreciate you using the golden rule. That's good. Continue.
So I went ahead and found 20% of 3,000, which is 20 over 100 times 3,000 gives me $600 for the deposit.
Very good. Excellent job.
And you had 600 plus 159.50, which is the monthly installment times 15.
Very good.
I went ahead and I multiplied $159.50 times 15 gives me 2,392.50. And I add that to the 600. Gives me a total of 2,992.50.
Very good. Excellent job. Good one, Shanika. Really nice. Very smooth, really
Excuse
nice.
me, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
I stepped out for a second. Which question we reach?
Part 2. We're finding the higher purchase price.
What the answer?
2,992.50.
How we get the 20 over 100?
You were supposed to make a 20% deposit.
Oh.
So it's not $20 deposit, no, it's 20% of what the item cost. That was supposed to be the deposit. Good job, Shanika. Who would like to take on number 3? Come, guys. Somebody have to step up. We have another topic to do in, so come, somebody step up.
Sir, I'll do number 3, and I'm going to apologize for the background noise. My nephew not asleep yet, so yeah.
Understood. All right, go ahead.
HP minus cash price.
What are we finding here? What are you finding for us?
Interest, sir.
Okay, good.
So $2,992.5. Sorry. That's the HP, and then minus 2,550.
2,550.
The cash price.
Yeah, but the cash price, is when them discount you. That is only if the person pays cash price. So I get why you did that, but you'd get it incorrect.
It's minus
Because
600.
no, you'd minus the 3,000.
Oh,
Right, because you see the 2,550, it was because the customer would have gotten a discount if they paid cash. But if they never buy cash, they would have had to pay the 3,000.
sir, I had that, but I think it wrong because I digits to make it after my subtract. So yeah, me feel
But then
like
see, well, you look like you're right, because the cash price, you're right though. I think you're right. What is the cash price, by the way? 3,000, right?
yes, sir.
I think you're right because we are going up with negative, not true?
Yes, sir. Negative 7.5.
Yeah, that can't make sense. I think you're right. My apologies.
Yes.
So it is 2005. So you're right. You're right. You're perfectly correct. My apologies. Okay. Sorry for the spook. Because then it wouldn't make no sense to take 3,000 from 2,992.50. Because you'd end up with a negative, not true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. So what's your final answer?
$442.5.
Good job. Sorry for that. My apologies. All right. Good. Good job. Who wants to wrap up the question so we can move on to the next topic? We have 3 people step out so far. We need another person. What was the last question? Express the What was the last question? What was the last question, guys?
Express the interest as a percentage of the market price.
Express the interest as a percentage of the cost price. So this right here, that the student, I don't know her name. Could you remind me the person who did this last question here? I didn't get your name.
Isis.
Isis. Okay, Isis. Still getting used to the voice. So Isis calculated our interest for us. And now they're saying that we should express the answer, the interest, as a percentage of the mark price. Who wants to step out? It can be somebody else. It can be somebody who already did the question, if you want to. Come, guys, somebody step up. We have half an hour. We have another topic to do. Let's go. Come, guys. No, normally so quiet. No, normally very no, normally participate. Talk to me, guys. Come.
Sir, the interest would be 442.5 over 3,000 times 100.
Very good. Very good. And what did you get?
I got 14.75.
So that's approximately 15%.
Yes, sir.
Good job. All right, good job, guys. Good job. All together, you did good. And I didn't have to get involved in the process. I almost messed up Isis' question that she was doing. So I take accountability for that one. But good job all together. All right? So that is the idea, that is the concept, guys, behind hire purchase. And it doesn't really get any more challenging than this. Okay? Everybody's okay? Anybody has any questions? Do you guys have any questions? Claude, Ashina, Kimona, our quiet students, Tishana, Shireen, on a good? Kevin, on a good?
I'm good, sir.
Latisha, on a good? All right, then. All right. On a good then. Andre, you good? Andre? I'm probably a message in the chat, so I'm not sure. All right. Guys, head up for me. Profit and loss. Profit and loss. So, all right, guys. Go. So profit and loss. All right. As usual, in your opinion, tell me what it is that you think a profit is in your mind. In your mind, not don't give me a mathematical formula. Just in your mind, how do you think profit is calculated? Anyone? Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Profit.
Sir, I'd like to try.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm in sweetie business. I buy one sweetie for like $200. I like 10 in one pack. If me sell it back $10, me not get no money. So me have to sell it for boy. So me have to sell it for $15 so me can make profit.
How much is in the pack?
10.
So
Oh, sorry, 20. Sorry, 20. 20 in the pack. Yes, yes.
So 20 is in the pack. Are you selling one for $15?
Yes.
So that would be $300. So therefore you spent 200 and you collected 300, so your profit is 100.
Yes.
All right, that is your way of explaining it. No problem. Correct. The illustration serves us good. Anybody has a more refined definition for profit? Because she gave us an example, illustration, that's good. But we want something more refined, something that we can always rely on. How do you calculate your profit?
Sir, to calculate your profit, so you minus the amount that you spend from the amount of money that you make. So for instance, if you spend $1,000 and after you sell, you have 1,500. So you'll minus the 1,000 from the 15, and then
so what you spend is called what?
the cost price.
Very good. It's called it's right. It's called your cost price. So basically, then profit is going to be your CP. Let's write out in words first. So your profit is going to be your cost price, and you're going to minus your what? No, that's the other way around, man. You have to subtract what you spent, correct? From what you collected, not true?
Right.
So when you sell off the item, once you sell the item off, it is called your selling price. Not true? Because let's say you sold the item for $1,500. That's called your selling price. And you spent 1,000. So that is called your cost price. So therefore, we can shorten it by saying that your profit is equal to your SP minus your CP. Everybody understand that interpretation?
Excuse me, sir.
Go ahead.
Would profit be an increase?
Yes.
Okay.
So profit would be an increase. It would be would it be an increase?
Sir, I was going to say more stuff. I was going to say it would be an increase on the money spent.
Yeah, to an extent, yeah. We can say that. We can allow you to escape with that idea. So you spent 1,000 and you get 1,500, so you get back your 1,000 plus 500. So in a sense, yes, you can say that. All right then. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what then would you say is your loss? What is your loss?
Sir, your loss would be like you make less money than what you bought the thing for.
That is correct. Now we need to have a structured formula now. So talk to me. Yes, you gain less than what you spent. Not true?
Yes, sir.
So what you gain would have been your what you gain would have been your selling price, what you sold the item for. So you sold
Yes,
it for
sir.
less than what you bought it for.
Yes, sir.
All right. So question: is loss the opposite of profit?
Yes, sir.
So what is the opposite of selling minus cost?
Cost minus selling.
Very good. So once you know one, ladies and gentlemen, you know the other. So you can shorten that and you can write that loss is equal to CP minus SP. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you're in business, business owners, businesses do not say the actual amount of profit that they make. They normally say that the business made a profit of 10% this month, or it made a profit of 25% this year. So there is something known as profit percent and something called loss percent. So in order for us to do this, your profit and or your loss must be compared to what you spent. Let's say it again. In order for you to calculate your profit percentage, your profit must be a ratio, or it must be a comparison between what was spent. So in other words then, profit percentage is going to be your profit divided by your costs times 100. You always compare what you make or what you lost against what was spent. So using that interpretation, using that example, that illustration then, what do you think the formula for loss percentage is?
Cost over profit times 100.
Very good. Loss over cost times 100. These are your 4 formulas that are related to profit and loss. Take down this question for me, ladies and gentlemen. George purchased 25 t-shirts. George purchased 25 t-shirts. At a cost of $30 each. At a cost of $30 each. Full stop. After reselling the shirts, give me a sec, guys. After reselling the shirts, he collected a total of $1,200. He collected a total of $1,200. justify, what was the name of the person I used?
George, sir.
Justify whether George made a profit or a loss justify whether George made a profit or a loss and express your answer as a percentage. And express your answer as a percentage.
Excuse me, sir, what was the total you collected?
$1,200. Let me just walk you through this one, and then I'm going to give you one to try. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So George bought 25 shirts at a cost of $30 each. And when he sold off the 25 shirts, his total earnings was $1,200. We have to justify whether or not he made a profit or a loss. Now, the word justify is a verb, which means that mathematically you have to show calculation as to whether or how you know that he made a profit or a loss. So right now we need to know how much money did George spend on the shirt. So now we need to calculate George's cost price. So what would you do? What is your thoughts, guys? How would you calculate George's cost price?
Multiply 30 by 25.
So the cost price to George is equal to 25 shirts multiplied by 30. How much you got?
750.
750.
Mm-hmm.
Now the justification is, so the question is, did he make a profit or did he make a loss?
Profit.
Profit. So you can see that George made a profit of $1,200 minus 750. Talk to me. $450. That's it. That's your justification. So after you calculated the cost price to George, then upon observation you realize that if you collect 1,200 and you only spend 750, logical reasoning said that he make a profit. So the profit is 450. I'm back, guys. Sorry. All right. So tell me now, what is it that they're asking us to calculate? Based on what was just discussed earlier, we just calculated the profit, right? And then so must express the answer we get as a percentage. What is it that you're asking us to calculate?
The profit. Percentage.
The profit percentage, correct. So once you can establish that that's what they're asking you for, you can rely on a formula. And you can therefore state that you can therefore then state that the profit percentage is equal to the profit divided by the cost times 100. So the profit is 450 and the cost is 750 times it by 100. Talk to me.
60%. Sir, I got 60%.
60%?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Beautiful. All right, so that's a nice little example there to show you how they can ask you the question. I'm going to give you one to try. All right, I know that time is up. Oh, we have 7 minutes. All right, so go ahead. Try this one for me, guys. Mary bought a stove. Mary bought a stove for $810. Mary bought a stove for $810 and intends to sell it and intends to resell it, pardon me, and intends to resell it to make a profit of 32%. And she intends to resell it to make a profit of 32%. Full stop. If a customer decides to buy it cash, if a customer decides to buy the stove cash, pardon me, if a customer decides to buy the stove cash, they will be discounted 5%. They will be discounted 5%. Calculate the following. Calculate the following. The price that Mary intends to sell the stove for. Calculate the following. 1. The price Mary intends to sell the stove for. Two. Leave about 2 lines or so for the working out. 2. What is the price a customer pays if they buy the stove for cash? What is the price a customer pays if they buy the stove cash? What is the price a customer pays if they buy the stove cash? Shoot your shot, guys.
Excuse me. Hello?
All right, you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let me see who me I talk to. Roxanne. All right, Roxanne. Show them how you deal with the thing. Let's go.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. I'm hearing you.
All right. So, 32 over 100
32 over 100
times 810.
What are you calculating here? You're calculating what?
The price. Me
The
intend to
profit
sell
you're
the store
calculating.
first.
Okay, all right, good. All right, go ahead. So 32 over 100 multiplied by how much is it?
810.
Okay, 810.
And I got 200 at first make it 1,296 over 5.
I'm wondering what you finally get.
Repeat?
I think I want to know what the final answer is. 32 over 100 multiplied by 810. What is that?
$259.20.
Sorry, hold on, Miss Pete. Skip, hold on, guys. Somebody. Okay, hold on, guys. So you get, how much I say you get? 200 and?
$259.20.
20 cents. What did you do with that money?
I added to $810.
So you add it to 200. Okay, so $259.20. All right, and you get how much?
$1,069.20.
$1,059.
No, 69.
Oh, 69. And how much? 20 cents?
20 cents. 20.
Okay. All right, good. So this represents the amount of money that Mary is planning to sell the stove for, right?
Right.
Okay, boom. So once you've done that now, what's the next step?
Then 1,000. And we're going to deduct 5% from it.
For the discount. So how did you what is the amount? So how did we get the discount? What is the discount being offered?
How? Because it's stated that it's a, if
No,
a
I'm
customer
asking.
decides. Huh?
No, I was asking how did you calculate your discount? That's what I was asking.
Because you know me can't really hear.
So go ahead, tell me your calculation.
Alright. 1,069.20 times 5 over 100.
Okay, $1,069.20. Okay.
Times 5.
Times 5 over 100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How much you got?
$534.60.
And 60 cents?
Yeah.
So therefore then, how much did the customer pay for the stove?
$534.60.
So hold on. You said 5% over 100 multiplied by $1,069.20. You get $534. Try again. That don't sound right.
Wait. Probably did too fast. I have to check you over.
No problem. Somebody can help her, somebody who is ahead of her can help her.
Sir, can I try?
Sure, of course. Go ahead.
Sir, I put 5 over 100 times $1,069.20, and I got $53.46.
Okay. So that's $53
and 46.
40 cents. 46 cents or 40 cents?
46.
46. And then what did you do with that?
I minus it from the $1,069.20.
Okay.
And I got $1,015.74.
Good job. Very good. All right. Dope. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is it. That is it. So that is it for profit and loss. To an extent, it just comes down to really practice. That's it for profit and loss. That's it for hire purchase. I'll have some questions prepared for you over the course of the weekend. All right. But that is it for tonight. So we're coming to the end of this topic, though. We only have a couple topics left. We have compound interest, simple interest, and depreciation, and then we're bringing this topic to the end. So we only have one more class of consumer arithmetic, and then that's it. Then we're gonna go back to measurement. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And that is it. Okay. Have a good night, everybody.
Same to you.
You too, sir.